What entire hoonies? Huh. Well, we seem to be having some camera focus issues here, don't we? All right, let's see if we can fix those while we're on here. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. Hello, is my mic picking up? Yes, my mic is picking up. Cool. All right, we actually got some people in. What? This looks different tonight. I think YouTube did an update on me, and I wasn't expecting this. That's okay. Adapt and overcome, right? That's what they say. So that's what we're going to do. No worries. Let's see if I can get this to work. Why are you not working? Yes, that's not it. Okay, I don't know. We're just going to deal with a messy background tonight. How's that sound? All right, everybody. I'll figure that out later. Hope everyone is doing well here. Here, you hold that. There we go. All right, let's see. We got quite a few people in here. Angela, good to see you. Yes, no coffee forgotten. GK, good to see you as well. Rindani, hello. I think you might actually be new to the stream tonight. Good to see you. Maria, Happy New Year's, and Happy New Year's to everyone. All right. Wow, we got a lot of people in here tonight. I'm way behind. All right, at the Christmas stream. It's okay. The replay should be there. We hung out and had a little bit of fun. Eris, good to see you as well. Hello, Bard Magic. Good to see you. Violet Star. See, Angela, blessings. Blessings to you too, Angela. Okay, we're jumping here because I can't keep up with y'all. That's amazing. See, Angela. Rindani. Yeah, that is technically true. It's just a term people use. It actually holds no meaning whatsoever. So it was a joke if I caught it from above, right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Ed. I was like, I think this might be Tanani from the Gilded, which is great. Good to see you made it, Tanani. Kitty Cat, welcome. Good to see you. Gigi, Happy New Year. Yep, okay, we were right on that. Jay, hi. I'm new to coffee makes for Christmas. I got a new coffee maker for Christmas. Awesome. I always love when I get me a new coffee maker or a French press or something like that. So, actually, speaking of which, I do actually have a few things that we need to cover before we get into shenanigans, which I actually pretended to be responsible and put them on a list to which I now can't find on my phone. Oh, there it is. It's like, look, I put it on a list to save time. Oh, crap, can't find it. Oh, crap. Why is it not signed in no more? There it goes. Okay. Oh, dear God, technology, give me a break here for once, please. It should be under to-do list. Live stream, please. Okay, here we are, folks. The new year's starting off great, ain't it? Hello, 2023. Let's see. So let's see here. First off, we've had a lot of people asking about spell kits or learning to do specific spells, and if I would sell and or purchase some form of teaching how to do specific spells. With like a full typed up PDF and stuff like that. I've been looking at it, and it would be possible to add that to the online school, and that is something we are going to try to do in the upcoming years for those people who have been asking for it. So that's something to take to note. We are going to be doing more YouTube members only live streams in the coming year. So if you're members only here on YouTube, expect to see a bit more live streams. What those will take um, how those will be structured, we don't know. They may just be me sitting here doing work, and I log on to live stream while I'm working in order to talk to you all, answer some questions, maybe even talk to you about what I'm actually working on at the time, little inside behind the screen, whatever. Or I may just pop in there, do a live stream, and talk to y'all while I enjoy my morning coffee or, coffee break or something. But we will be seeing a lot more of those. And if you're not a YouTube channel member yet, consider subscribing. We got 3 different tiers with different perks for each tier. We got plans to increase the number of live workshops over at the online school. Those have been very, very popular, and we are indeed going to increase those and have more of them available. I'm also supposed to remind you, anybody who does a super chat of $5 or more will be included in a weekly prosperity and well-being spell working. So yay, super chats. And the grounding and shielding live workshop for January 4th is live. So if you've not signed up and reserved your seat after stream, go over to workingdragonmystic.com online school and make sure you reserve your seat. You'll see it there. We got a gilded community full of great people where everybody hangs out, chats, and shares their thoughts and ideals and helps one another out. I think Jade usually throws that gilded link in for us. If not, it can be found in the About section. So there we go. Yeah. I actually remembered to do the things, and I got it done quickly. It'd have been quicker if we didn't have a few technical difficulties starting out. And with the spell kits, I'm actually going to include links to the items I tell you to get. That's my plan. So you don't even have to go looking for it. I'm going to include an Amazon link so you can go grab it. So that's the plan. All right, let's see what I missed here. If there's anything, I'll try to catch these. You know I can't catch them all. Coffee, the nectar of the gods. Amen. Mugs up to you, Bard. Happy New Year, mate. I need to contact Belith for the first time. I want to do it the right way. Could you advise me on any tips to show respect and provide the perfect offering? Honestly, when I've worked with Belith, the perfect offering, he's not too picky. I usually offer him a beverage of some kind. In fact, the first few times I worked with him was water, to be honest. These days, I actually do tend to offer coffee or beer, but those all seem to work well. Many times, I've even offered just a cone of incense specifically for him that was lit as the offering. As long as you approach him with respect and honor, and you're not bad mouthing him or anything like that, you're pretty straightforward. I know a lot of these books and text makes it sound like if you say the wrong thing, you're going to be punished or berated or they're going to get upset. But in all honesty, if you just approach them with respect and treat them the way you would want to be treated respectfully and get to know them, you'll be squared away. That's what I do anytime I'm approaching a new entity. Let's see, Mary, I'm still in Poland. So it's later than in the UK. I'm going to from stay up to 2 a.m. There was still some people shooting fireworks. Hey, fireworks are fun. We've had them here the last few nights, actually. I enjoy them anyway. Glad you can make it and join us. Fireworks. Does Patreon members count or only channel members? That's actually a good question. And here's the thing. Patreon has apparently been charging some kind of weird tax for some people in other countries. So we've actually lost a lot of Patreon members because of Patreon's current business practices. And they also are not allowing us to link those up. I am trying to figure out how to link it up. They won't be a replay, so we are going to try. At this time, I can't promise it to Patreon members because of the way Patreon's doing things. And I do encourage you, if you are a Patreon member, to consider signing up with the YouTube because it's been more reliable. It's been allowed. They've allowed us to do more on the YouTube side than Patreon has allowed us, period. And I appreciate your all's support. I always appreciate your all's support. And I'm saddened that Patreon's doing what they're doing with our particular channel or site. Some people's not had this issue. Then again, it could be the overseas exposure I got. I don't know. But I am trying to get it for the Patreon group. I am trying. I'm going to go ahead and start them because many of you know I've not started them because I've been trying to figure out certain things. And honestly, I feel like I'm shortchanging some of you. So I'm going to go ahead and start them while I'm continuing to figure out some problems. And hopefully we will get it all worked out. Hopefully. Okay. Fingers crossed, toes crossed, eyes crossed, whatever you want to cross them so we can get this figured out. Also, be sure to hit that like button. If you're here, hit that like button. It lets the YouTube algorithm know you actually like the channel and what we're doing. It really helps. And hey, feel free to share the live stream and other videos on your favorite social media. Help us get the word out. We don't get political around here, but let's say this. The economy, what it is, and social media, what it is. Things are getting tighter. So if you guys can help Working Dragon Mystic get more exposure and grow, that would be great. We'd appreciate it because, yeah, stuff like that's getting tighter across the board. Jade, please report to the stream for clocks. There she is. Jade made it. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Thanks, big fellas. Ears down. Ears down. Why am I bad with people? Tips to talk and befriend people. Relax. Be yourself. Be willing to be awkward. See, here's the thing. A lot of people don't realize it, but if you actually pay attention to me, I'm kind of awkward. I'm loud. I can be obnoxious. I randomly just, like, we'll be trucking down the road. We're on, and instead of going to the next lane, I suddenly jump 5 states over on a road when it comes to a line of thought for no reason. I'm not everyone's cup of tea or everyone's cup of coffee, but I'm me and I'm comfortable with me. And I found out very quickly, if you are comfortable with you and you are being a true version of you and you're respecting a person's space, you will find the people that you will click with, and you will start clicking with people you wouldn't have thought. Because if you're aware of you and your awkwardness and you accept it, like I know I'm loud, I accept it. I know I can be harsh from time to time, I accept it. But at the same time, because I'm aware of this, if I approach a new person, I know to pay more attention to my tone of voice. That way they can get to know me slowly and learn who I am. Those kinds of things. But the first thing when you want to get better with people is to get comfortable with truly being you. Don't hide it. I used to hide the fact that I'm a Southern redneck. I did not do well when I did it. The moment I was like, screw it, I'm just going to be me. Everything got so much easier. Give that a try. Drake did the Dragonfire meditation. Oh, the last time tremendously awesome. Grats, grats. So glad you're enjoying that. I will not do TikTok, Sophia. I will not. First off, there's a lot of security concerns that I personally have about it. And yeah, if I did TikTok, it wouldn't be probably like this. It'd probably be just me ranting. And since YouTube has shorts, I may just rant on shorts. Um, yeah, TikTok's just a weird one, and I don't need another social media platform to attempt to keep up with because many of you know I got a lot going on. Like we got the workshops, we got the courses that we want to film. I got a move coming up. I got classes I teach. I seriously can't keep track of another social media platform. That's kind of the downside of business. Alexis 222, thank you very much for the super chat. You have trouble meditating. I can do it, but have difficulty focusing. Also, when performing rituals, uh, fatigue. Is that fatigue or forget? Any advice? Yeah. So one of the entire points of meditation there, Alexis, is to. By the way, I love the name. Um, is to develop focus. Focus is something we develop through practice and discipline. And that's one of the reasons meditation is such a core foundational thing to magic. Some of us, we pick it. Hold on, something's on my hat. Some of us pick it up quicker than others. Some of us have a lifelong battle with it. But the more you do it, the better you get. We do have a meditation course over at workingdragonmystic.com. It is a full detailed version of different types of meditations, different ways you can do them. There's even a full path working involved in there that really helps to just develop your all around meditation and focusing skills. But it really does come down to the more you do it, the better. And also, don't be afraid to lose focus. Like if you're sitting there and you're thinking of the letter A and you're meditating on the letter A and and then you think, oh, I got to do the dishes. That's okay. You thought of the dishes, push the dishes away, get back to the letter A. Maintaining focus isn't necessarily about all there is the letter A. It's about being able to, when your mind goes here, you pull it back. It goes here, you pull it back. Think of focus more like a rubber band than just a hard concrete set. Um, and when you start thinking of it that way, what you find is not only are you bringing yourself back faster and faster and faster and faster, but slowly it just stays. More often than not, it just stays. So try and think of it that way, Alexis. Yeah, find chatting with them helps. Yep, okay. I Google pictures of them and looking over. I am myself, but still think I overthink a lot of things. Anything actually, I don't know. I want to stay. Hey, Marie, you can't get more black sheep than me. Seriously. If you met my family, you would not believe I actually came from my family. You would not in any shape, form, or fashion. Um, and when it comes to relationships, that is a whole other ballpark. But again, you have to be comfortable with you. And I will say this, you never, ever, ever want to be in a relationship or have people stay with you that are not going to love you for who you are. That is toxic. That is horrible. I have seen countless numbers of divorces of people who tried to force things to work because they didn't actually like the person. And the person thought they could change for the person, or the person thought they could change or fix the other person, which is absolute 100% horse shit. Find somebody who likes you for you and you can talk to, who you have things in common with. That way, late, not only can you spend your years together and enjoy them, but later in life, when you got nothing to do but stare at each other and talk to them, you actually enjoy being with them. And that is a very, very, very important aspect that most people overlook, especially in their youth when it comes to relationships. So remember that. Remember that. And we are always going to be our own worst critics. That is true. I'm not going to deny that. But yeah, I'm very much the black sheep in my family. Uh, Let's see. So the base ritual see, there's different rituals in Conway's books. You got to make sure we're talking about the same ritual. There is a base ritual for setting the space, and then there's the Dragon's Flame ritual. The Dragon's Flame ritual and the base ritual. The Dragon's Flame ritual is not an evocation ritual, people. It does not evoke the rulers. If it did, it would blow us up. It is not a evocation ritual. It only summons like a shadowy channel for their energy. It doesn't summon them directly, not them specifically. It just creates a conduit for their energy to begin to balance. Very, very drastically different than evocation. And I have compared that to Conway's ritual, which sets the space, which is hers is actually based off the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. Changing out the words a little bit. And yes, most people who I personally don't put my hat into the ring on this argument, but most of the people I've spoken to, they find they get far better results from the Dragon's Flame ritual and they find it to be more powerful. I generally step back because I will admit I have found better results with the Dragon's Flame, but I always view it as the person publishing it and whatnot. I probably have a bias. And though I try to be as honest about my bias to try not to necessarily throw my hat into the ring and some things like that. So there's that. So it depends on what we're actually discussing here. So neither one of those two rituals will be actual evocation. Angela, what can you tell me about the Archangel Michael? Have you worked with him? Oh yeah. Me and Michael get along great. Actually, Archangel Michael is the first angel I really worked with, and the one I've worked with the longest, due to the fact that him and I actually, we kind of see eye to eye on a lot of things. We understand fighting for what you believe in. We've fighting for a cause. We understand defending others, those kinds of things. So that whole kind of warrior aspect of the Archangel Michael, and me and him really jived really well early on. And he can be, when it comes to discipline and structure, he can be very structured. Okay, I'm trying to. So when it comes time to work, when it comes time to do something, when there's something at hand that needs done, he's very, very structured. He's a very get up and go, get her done kind of guy. He's definitely, he would be banging a trash can to wake you up if there was work to be done. Michael would do well on a farm. He'd be the first one up doing chores before anyone else realized what was going on. But that said, much like many of the soldiers I've known, Michael also knows how to relax when the work is done, which is something I adore about him. And he does actually put forward protective aspects and how people should protect and how one should not just sit back and watch things be done when they know it's wrong or they feel it's wrong and stuff like that. But he also points in there that one must understand what it means to protect oneself. This is really where he grilled me a lot, because I would throw myself into a meat grinder and never think of self. So he was really big on teaching me to think of self in the longer term. And I mean, by and large, he's just a great guy. Very soft spoken, very calm, very wise. I mean, he's really direct, but yeah, I mean, I've always enjoyed him. Let's see. Yeah, I know the ritual you're talking about. It's calling the dragon, but it's still not a full evocation ritual tonight. I mean, I'll pull the. Actually, hold on a second. Well, that fell. Okay. I actually have, because I've been teaching classes and doing research and all that crap. So I actually have her book here. You said it's on 133. That'll be helpful. That's the charm of making. The charm of making bothers me for so many other reasons. Let's see here. Minus the mouth of the dragon. You said it's in her first book on 133? Because I may have an older copy, just so you know. Because we got, okay, here it is, Calling the Dragon. Yeah, this is actually, okay, this ritual is not actually calling the rulers. It's not calling, it's calling in draconic energy. So there's a difference in calling in an entity and the energy. That is what this is. That is exactly what this is. Yeah, so you're calling in that energy and that gaze and their attention. You're not actually evoking them. You're not bringing them any closer to this realm. Looking at it, because it literally says, "Come, Draconis, by all your consuming breath, I summon you. Um, by your piercing gaze, I summon you." And see, Draconis is what she uses for the draconic energy current. There's actually no mention of any particular specific entity here at all. So, and then she goes on to talk about the charm of making, which most of the charm of making is from the movie Excalibur. That's the only place I've ever actually seen the charm of making outside this book, which is sad. So there you go. I missed a bunch of stuff while I was reading. Oh, my fam don't get me. They don't try to get me anymore either, so that works. But then I don't. Here's the thing, too. I don't really care about blood family. Blood family don't mean dick to me. I am not bound nor forced to love anyone based on the blood in my veins, nor do I believe they are bound to give a damn about me. The family I care about is the family that chooses to care about me, and the family I choose to care about. Those are the people that really matter, at least in my mind. Genetic material means absolutely nothing to me. So that is one thing. When it comes to that, I may not be the best person to advise in there. Murray, who can do? I'll be honest, Murray. Every person who has claimed the ability to do telekinesis, and once the push comes to shove, pun intended, they can't prove it. I've never seen one person be able to prove it. The one person that said they could prove it, they were an illusionist who was using wires and tricks to do so. I have put out cash rewards. I have interviewed people after people after people. And many of these even include so-called YouTubers who have shown it on video. None of them have ever actually been able to prove it. So at this point in time, I will say there is no proven instance of someone doing telekinesis. There's a lot of video trickery out there. But I've never seen it in person. And if there is someone here who can do it in person, if you're willing to collect that cash reward, let me know. Let's see. Whoop, it jumped again. Crap. Man, we are busy tonight. 2023 is already starting off busy. I love it. Hello. Also, my family has been making tacos. Hey, tacos are good. It jumped. No. Let's see. GK, is it worth trying to find Conway's books? Is it essential for Dragon Magic, or can we just go off of what you share with us? Okay, so you can use what's in this channel. And in all honesty, it's hard for me to recommend Conway's books anymore, because since I've spoken with her, she has told me there's a lot of things in these books that she was not allowed to publish. And she's actually one of the ones who confirmed a lot of the stuff in my findings that she never published was things that her publisher wouldn't let her publish, which kind of pisses me. And she is the one who encouraged me to publish. That being said, if you were actually going to spend money on something, I would actually recommend you to spend it on the Dragon Magic 101 or 102 courses, and when it comes out, 103, because it will cover more than her books will cover, and it covers what her books cover, and it covers what she wanted to put in there that they wouldn't let her put in there. Because she had to fluff and change and soften and almost, she had to change so many things because of the way the publishers wanted to present Magick. They were trying to they were spinning an image is what they were doing. They're trying to create a specific image. Um, in fact, it was even hard for her to get Dragon Magick to be allowed to be published because they was like, that's not the image we want. So she had to change a lot of things, which surprised me when I was talking to her and about it. But she is the one who also encouraged me to publish my findings and my materials. So considering that, yeah, I'd just recommend the courses hands down because Dragon Magick 101 covers more than 2 or 3 of her books actually. And she only done the 3. So yeah. On top of that, you will actually get anytime I do an update to the courses, that just you automatically get it for free. If I add material to the courses, added materials free. It's lifetime access to the course, lifetime updates, lifetime add-ons, stuff like that. You can't say the same about that with a book. I honor Conway's works. I respect her works, and I'm grateful for the steps she took and the work she did to start the process, even if it was limited, because she did start that ball rolling. And I am forever grateful for her encouragement to publish and share and her willingness to be open with what she had to change and things with me, because that's got to be a scary thing to basically state that one of your more popular works isn't the truth you wanted to share. That's got to be a terrifying thing to admit. And I respect her for being able to admit it. But I would also, for Dragon Magick practitioners who get skilled and everything, I would encourage you to share your findings as well. Because I don't believe I'm the end all be all when it comes to Dragon Magick. I am teaching what I am sharing. And I got to where I did because of her works. But at the same time, I like to think that what I teach is going to inspire the next generation to go farther and further. So we'll see how that goes. But that's my 2 cents on it. I hope that helps a little bit. I do find them interesting. But I know money is tight and short. So if I was going to invest in my Dragon Magick education, I would go with the 101 and 102. It's more direct, it's more focused, you're going to get better development. It's just those kinds of things. Sorry. Conway is a wonderful lady, and I thank for her, but at the same time, yeah, that's my question. There you go. Sorry for the rant. Yeah, I wasn't happy to hear they censored her. I wasn't. That really pisses me off. But what are you going to do? Let's see. Hey, is that Math? That is. Math is my man. Mugs up, mate. Been a while. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. We miss you around here, mate. You will. Dragon Magick 102 is where we start talking about specialty dragons and sub elements and stuff like that, planetary dragons. But yes, it takes a little time to get there, but you do get there and you will meet them. Drake, your playlist of basics is kind of, it seems like chaos. It seems more of all vids in it with the other playlists, so I don't know what should come back to and watch. Mary, I get your point. So the basics, a lot of the stuff that we share on this channel, if it is basic information, it goes into that basics playlist. Or it did originally, and it may still be dropping them in there. I don't know why. I'll have to double check that. I will look at it. But yeah, we do have all vids, and then we have the Magical Basics playlist where there's some things that don't go into the basics because the basics playlist is to cover basic information. But then there's some that won't go in there. I could actually I may start a 101 basics playlist. Like if you're just getting started, that might be a good idea to create a playlist like that. Because yeah, the term basics for that playlist and what I guess people are thinking like the 101 get starter to Magic. I see the confusion. So yeah, I'll look into that and see if I can't perhaps create a playlist and organize it. Nice little project for me to do in my downtime during the move. So thanks, Mary. Thank you. I always love to hear your input on about playlists and how they're organized because I organize the way my brain is, and my brain's a little chaotic. So, makes sense. Makes absolute sense. And as to what to come back and watch later, come back and watch it all. Watch it all. Get our view times up. Enjoy the channel. Enjoy my southern accent. Rindani, I really like the course, and I like to rewatch the videos again and again. If there was any info that I missed for the first run, oh yeah, I totally, I do. I agree. Go back and rewatch it. I have a lot of students who even go back and rework the path workings that are in there. In fact, one of the things I plan to do is like immediately after we get the move done, or maybe while I'm sitting in the hotel, if the internet connection is good enough, I actually plan to fully rewatch the early courses and see if there's anything I want to add to it now after I've grown and some of my things have changed, and see if there's anything I want to add to it. I always think it's a good idea to go back and rewatch my own content to see if there's anything I want to add. And some of the classes at the schools, those things, which for those who've got it, you get all the add-ons for free because, hey, that's what the Working Dragon Mystic School does. If you purchase an online course, you get it lifetime and lifetime updates. So there you go. See, Aldrich's videos are awesome. He's one of the most level and truthful magicians. Oh, Angela, that is sweet. That is so sweet. Well, I am truthful because I don't have a filter, which gets me in trouble a lot. But level, am I level? I might be level. I might be level. I will level with you. Friend shared Drake's channel to me. At first, I thought it was crazy. Hello, then I watched some of the videos and realized it actually is great information. Well, I am crazy, Maria, but the information's still good. I love his vids. It's just I don't know what vids to watch first. Oh, I know. It can be hard when you go to a channel to try and find vids. That's why I do try to do Norse videos over here, Dragon Magic videos over here, Entity videos over here. But you're right. We totally need a straight playlist of 101 basics getting started. I need to work on that, see if I can put that together. Continue with basic playlist. Ever watched his with a video on Astral Sanctums? Hey, that's a good one. I enjoyed making that one back in the day. Could you maybe share your opinion on what's the difference between praise and worship and what dragons like and don't like exactly? Okay, so dragons are not big on being worshipped. They don't want to be viewed as gods and that because their whole shtick is balance, self-empowerment, and self-mastery. Okay, follow me here. So come on a little journey, probably a rant with me, but follow me. So worship is what you do if you're throwing everything you care about at this thing. You're going to worship it. So we got Ace here. Ace is going to help us. If I was to worship Ace, I'm giving Ace the praise. I'm giving Ace the power. Everything good, bad, negative, left, right, up, down. Everything that happens in my life is Ace. Ace is the only thing that matters. If I did a good job, it's Ace's. Ace did it. It's because of Ace that I did a good job. If my life is going great and I'm having a streak of good luck, Ace gave me the good luck. It wasn't me that did it. There is no me in the equation when it comes to worship. Everything I do, the thing I worship gets full and absolute credit. This is disempowering of the person because it literally takes your power, your success, and gives it to whatever it is you worship. Praise, on the other hand, is like when Squirrel does a good job on a crafting project or does a good TikTok video or achieves a goal in her life and I congratulate her on it. I tell her good job. or I even praise her for the effort she's putting into it before she achieves it. I am praising what she actually did quite literally. So, or praise can even just be praising a genuine friendship. Like if you buy your friend a gift to show them how much you care and how much you value that friendship, that's a form of praise. Um, so praise isn't giving away your power, it's acknowledging the thing this person actually did. It's an acknowledgement. Worship is actually where they are everything. You literally separate yourself, and even what you do becomes credited to them. Um, and that is kind of the separator there, if that makes some kind of weird sense. I hope I'm explaining it well. There's my mayonnaise. Yep. See, you got his little hat on too. Hope you guys like the new thumbnail. We're trying out some new thumbnail stuff this year, and for the live streams, you might see a bit more Bob and Ace in the thumbnails. I'm going to take it from these responses. Y'all like the thumbnails. No. See that's me. Befriend, don't worship. I do not worship anything. My knee will bend for no entity. And in fact, if an entity demands worship, I turn around and walk away. It's that simple. My knee bends for no one. Not an entity, not a deity, not a dragon, no one. I will befriend you. I will treat you with respect, and I will approach you as an equal. That's where we start. Beyond that, let's see. Things I say, for example, I am glad they keep that balance, and I'm thankful for them and what they do, and things like that. That would be praise. That would be praise. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Angela, I love the new thumb. Thanks, Angela. Glad you enjoyed it. Aries, hey, mugs up to you, Aries. Got a little coffee meme going on there. Hopefully, we can boost the YouTube channel member subs up though, because I am really wanting to get the subs up to where we can like stop monetizing videos and then we can start doing more things with the channel. So yeah, I'm really hoping that, and we can possibly get it to where it'll let us do more of these little customized emoji. Are they emojis? Is that what they're called? Emojis? Yeah, I think that's what they're called. Or just super chat donations. If we can get the super chat donations to get us into that area, we can probably do that too. But I think the memberships are better because y'all get a bit more perks that way, I think. So we'll see. I love the graphic in the back. That design. Any chance we can get a JPEG of it? What? The thumbnail. I love the graphic in the back, and the way we can get a JPEG. I'm trying to remember what was in the background at this moment. Let me find out. Oh, the artistic dragon's eye. Is that what you're talking about? I could actually do a JPEG of some kind, possibly for that. I have to look into it. We do sell a canvas print of that over at the workingdragonmystic.com merch store. So that is available on canvas. As far as a JPEG, I don't know. There have been people asking me for stuff like that in like JPEGs purchasable through the school. I'm not 100% sure how to do it, but I know it's doable. So I will try to see if I can do that. Yeah, we also do have it in stickers. So you can actually buy the sticker and put it in your journal. Thank you. We do have that too. Let's see. Jade Morningstar, mugs up to an awesome 2023. Hey, Jade, very much so. Mugs up to you, Cher. Definitely. We're going to rock this 2023. Yes. Yeah, there is a sticker too. Here is a link to the Working Dragon Mystic online merch store. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Look at you. Look at you. Yeah, it's there. It's actually on a coffee cup there too. Many of you have seen me drinking from that coffee cup. I ain't drinking from it tonight. Tonight I just got the Dragon's Eye seal, but yeah. We do have it on a coffee cup too, and stickers. I don't think we have it on a T-shirt yet. Someone asked if we could put it on a banner or something like that, like a flag. We might be able to. I don't remember if we ever put it on an apron or not either, because we do have a Dragon's Eye seal apron now for the cooks out there in the kitchen witcheries. But I don't know if the artistic one's on there. Can't remember. Let's see. All right, let's see. Comments. Rick, I've been meaning to ask you, why start Magick and why choose teaching it as a career? If it's too personal and you don't want to answer, no problem. I'm good. You guys know I got no shame. Honestly, I got into Magick kind of sideways. So I left the church because I just become disenfranchised with my particular religious beliefs. At the time, I was in a crisis of belief. And I wandered over, done a lot of searching, checked out different theologies, different practices, eventually settled into a more Wicca-like practice. Kind of done that, kind of got the same results and didn't like it because religion's just not my cup of tea, I found out. And I wandered off. But then there was the magic concept of these practices, which I found fascinatingly interesting. But at the same time, I was also questioning them and their results, and would their results be as complete bupkis as religion had been for me? So I actually started just doing magic, and I started testing it basically to debunk it. Because let's be honest, at this point in my life, I didn't think it would work. Let's just be honest. That's really what I was expecting. And I started doing magic as just magic, and I was seeing results, and I was getting good results, and I realized there was something to this. Even if religion ain't for me, magic has some meat to it. And my natural curiosity, my love of science and research and stuff like that, it was just this bottomless well of something I could constantly do research and work on. And I love to tinker and stuff like that. So that just kind of, that's how I got there. How it became a career in teaching, I tripped and fell into that, seriously. So I had an individual who they were surprised by my knowledge and my experience because just how crazy research I go. And they were constantly encouraging me to teach, and they had a occult shop at the time. And I was telling them no one's going to pay to listen to me ramble on and about my experiences or to teach these things that are, to me, what would seem common sense. And we kind of had this argument back and forth. And then she hit me with, I bet you if you set up 3 classes of absolute 101 basics, you'd get students. So I took the bet thinking I'm going to set these classes up. Nothing's going to happen. That will be the end of it, right? She'll get off my back. I'll shut her up. I set the classes up, grounding and shielding, an energy work class, a meditation and trance class. Those were the first 3. And it didn't take a week before all the seats were sold. People were signing up. I couldn't keep up with it. And it was at that point where I realized there were people out there who wanted to learn. And I enjoyed teaching. Now, the monetization of it got difficult because how to reach the people I needed to reach and stuff like that in this small community at that time, it was doable. But due to gatekeeping and the way those worked, it also made it tricky in other ways. And then when we moved, because we move all the time, military family, I literally lost access to that occult shop, all my students, everything, flatlined. And that's when my loving wife's like, hey, take what you're doing, go online. And again, I didn't think it'd work. Again, I was wrong. So I literally tripped and fell into this, quite literally. If you would have asked me at any point along the line that I would have been a professional mage, wizard, whatever you want to call me, who teaches and does magic for a living, I'd have thought you crazy, crazier than me. And yet here I am. It's not easy. It's definitely a lot of work, but it is something I enjoy. Hope that answers your question a little bit there, Carmen. And when you're running your own business, there's also legalities and taxes and all that crap you got to deal with. It's a pain in the ass. There's a lot of times when I think, it'd be easier if I worked for someone else, because then they'd have to do all this, and I could just show up and do my job. But then I also wouldn't have the freedom. So tit for tat. That's life. Let's see. Say Mary second, your wish. This year to be yes. Everybody want this year to be great, absolutely great. Which I don't know if we mentioned or not. The 6-month challenge for 2023 is underway officially, as it is January 1st. If you want to join, you still can. Just join the Gilded server. Let myself or the admin team know what it is you're challenging yourself to. It does not have to be magical. It can be increasing your job. It can be increasing your health. All kinds of different things. Whatever it is you're wanting to do to help empower yourself and better yourself. It's underway. We got a lot of people already taking part in it. I've set some lofty goals for myself. For example, I am going 100% pure, clean carnivore, probably for the first time ever, because I've always allowed certain things in there. And that's going to be for 6 months, which means I can't have beer. I can't have rum. Oh, dear God. Luckily, I can have coffee. But also working on developing my workout routine. And I know this is hard to believe. Everybody be sitting down. I'm working on getting actual sleep daily. Yes, I'm actually going to work on sleeping daily. Oh, yeah. I'd take over the world. And we got it. I can't go without coffee. That ain't going to happen. I'd hurt myself or others. GK, what happened to make you well, it was pretty simple. If I did the thing 75% of the time or better, I'd get the result. Do the thing, get the result. Do the thing, get the result. Do the thing, get the result. So the pattern of results what made me believe it. That was really it. Because if I keep doing the thing and I keep getting the result, there's got to be something to it. Because if you keep doing the thing, keep getting the result, it's not coincidence that you do the thing and get the result. That's like saying it's a coincidence the light came on when I flipped the switch. No, you flip the light switch. That's what happens. You do the thing, the light comes on. And it was literally that kind of logical process that made me believe in it. It really was. That's why I teach here, philosophy don't matter. Tradition don't matter. Gatekeeping, we don't like it. All these things, none of these matter other than the results. The results matter. You can say what you want. You can make all the lofty claims you want. But at the end of the day, the results matter. I mean, I don't care if you come in here and tell me you're the 100th son of the Dalai Lama, twice born to the dragon gods and blessed by Odin himself. I don't give a rat's patoot. But if you tell me, hey, Drake, I did this thing. I was having trouble getting a job. I followed this process. Not only did it get me a job, but it's been helping to develop my prosperity and my family's doing better than ever. That's a result that I'll raise a glass to. The other guy I'll probably laugh at. But the result that you brought to me, I will raise a glass to. If that makes sense. Milton, greetings. Greetings, Milton. Let's see. I have a little spell I use to help me sleep. If you want to try it, Drake. That is one area where magic has never been able to hit me, Angela. However, thanks to my insomnia for many, many years, I actually did learn a lot of tricks into improving my sleep. And I do actually know what I need to do and identify it. One of my biggest issues is if the sun's up and my body registers it, it wants to be up. So I know for a fact that if I don't go to bed at a point where the sun's going to be down for 8 hours, I need to wear a face mask or something to cut it out. We're also going to be installing blackout curtains at the new place after the move. We did have them here, but they fell on my head while I was asleep. So I never put them back up because I don't like waking up to something falling on my head. That's just disconcerting. You know what I mean? So little things like that, we do know what to do. In fact, I've actually already started it. I've actually slept 6 to 8 hours the last 4 or 5 days. And my wife is keeping an eye on me and reminding me of the little things I need to do, stuff like that. So she's helping me hugely on this. So yeah, but I do appreciate it. And as to why Magick's never been one of those things, I mean, that's never touched my sleep, I don't know. That's one of the great mysteries of Magick. You know what I mean? Let's see. But thank you, Angela. Thank you very much. The darkness with you for sleep. Insert spooky voice. I know, right? For someone who loves the night and is like nocturnal as I am, it's no wonder I had insomnia, because it's like I love the night. I love being awake at night. I love being able to go out and listen to the night and being in the night air. I just love the nocturnal life. But at the same time, it's like the sun just naturally is like, hey, wake up. And it's like, dang you. So yeah, I now that I have identified these factors, it's very easy for me. Once my man thought he was a son created by God, dead and Lucifer, apparently. There's a lot of people who make a lot of claims, and usually they're just seeking a little gold star on their forehead like a toddler. Don't take any of it serious. Just smile and wave, smile and wave, because ain't none of us more special than the other. Period. Let's see. Happy New Year, Drake. Which recommendation would you give me if I start working with Odin, and if I want to close the portal with Odin and stop working with Odin, what could I do? Thanks. So the great thing about the Norse is the Norse are all about self-empowerment and you. So we don't open portals in order to have them in our life. Okay. When you're working with them, you're doing your hailing ritual and you're working with them. They're teaching you to do for you. And if you ask them for help, they're going to help. But at the same time, if you suddenly don't want to work with them, you just stop calling. Literally, you just stop working with them. It really is kind of that easy. But take their lessons and be made very well aware that if you ask them to help you develop, they're going to help you develop. They're not just going to do it for you. They ain't going to do it for you. These are entities that are very much about building you up. These are not entities that just randomly go out and do things. They value personal strength, personal responsibility, personal work ethic. So be ready to do the work if you're going to work with any Norse deity. But they will teach you and they will develop you into that self-mastery. That's one of the reasons I love the Norse. But yeah, if you decide you don't want to work with him later, you just stop calling. You just thank him for his time respectfully and just stop calling. AT, welcome. Popping in late. Mugs up. Holidays, y'all. Hit that like button before the clocks get thrown. I love it. Jade, you have started a tradition. And yes, everyone, hit the like button for Jade starts throwing clocks at me. We definitely need to get some clock stickers at the very least over at the merch store, and maybe some clock coffee cups. We really do. Or maybe some clock dodging t-shirts. You never know. Let's see. There. Yep, here we go. Let's see. A good way to help with insomnia is actually establishing a good sleep schedule. It's not recommended, but if you wait about 3 days and go to bed and oh yeah, sleep schedule is a big one. That's one of the ones I've learned, and that's one of the things I'm doing actually. I'm actually working to maintain a sleep schedule with one exception in the week, which that's my D&D game. Hey, I am a parrot head, people. We all know this. We saw Ace on here. Ace, come on over here and say hi again. Ace, I'm a parrot head. So I will always be the last man standing at the party. So in some cases, sleep can go to hell. In other cases, I'll work to get my sleep. Oh my God, where did you find the macaw parrots, Eris? I love them. I love them so much. And there's the clocks. Toss. Let's see, Angela. I toss it in gilded for you all. It can be my first spell I wrote into. Thank you, Angela. Yes, even if they don't work for me, share it with others. Sleep is important, people. Even the dark circles in my eyes are already starting to clear up. My wife is noticing my energy going up and spiking, which she has a love-hate relationship for, because that means I'm more focused, paying attention, doing more active, but at the same time, it also means I bug her more because I'm like, hey, Seffi, hey, pay attention. So, you know me. All right. Let's see. Clock takeover ordered by Ace and Bob. Blessing, lots. TikTok clocks merchandise. Let's see. TikTok clocks merchandise. Interesting. We might do it. Because definitely part of the Working Dragon Mystic family at this time, is it not? All right, everyone. Before we sign off, I want to remind you all to have a fantastic new year. Remember, your thoughts do actually have an effect on you. Try to stay positive. The world's going to get crazy. It's always going to get crazy. It has always been crazy. A lot of us think, well, this last 4 years have been this last 4 years, the last 10 years, blah, blah. Truth is, it's always been crazy, people. It will always be crazy. So enjoy life, stay positive, stay happy, do what you can to enjoy your life and have fun. And always work to improve yourself and to master yourself as much as you can, as well as your thoughts. And you will have a fantastic year, I assure you. And until next week, everyone, I'm Drake. This has been Working Dragon Mystic. Take care and good night. Bye-bye.